we go. Hello. Welcome to a new episode of In Search of Zen Way Jose Debate.
Jason Allen.
Yes, sir. We're back for a new Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing good. I actually feel really good knowing that we live in the third most expensive city in all of North America.
No.
We did it, Hamilton. Yeah, give it up for yourself, folks. Hell yeah.
Who you mad at?
Who am I mad at?
Yeah.
No, Jews. No, that's not who I'm mad at.
Who raised the price?
Who raised their prices? I don't know, man. It's the thing is, like, we talked about this before, but like it feels like you're not getting your money's worth for being the third most expensive fucking city in North America.
True. You're getting ripped off.
It's like, I mean, are they putting it all in Ancaster? Like, I've been there. It sucks too. Like somebody.
Yeah, no, Ancaster's not really better.
No, it's just clean, but it's not fun.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's like Ottawa, who also made the like top 5.
It's more. Ottawa's more expensive than New York and Seattle. So there you go.
And Ottawa's clean, but not fun.
No,
like super fun city. I would say.
No way. No, any city that has Trudeau in it is no friend of mine.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, no, it's Vancouver, Toronto, and then Hamilton.
Which makes sense because there's like, again, it's like when you think of a big expensive city, you think about like you kind of think about districts. You think about like different areas, or you think about nice weather, right? So Vancouver has like nice weather, and it's huge.
West
it's
Coast,
a huge city.
It's right across from LA.
Like you're off the water, you're near LA. There's a bit of a culture there as far as like shows, and then also a culture as far as like it's not just full of white people.
No, there's
like,
heroin too, which is good.
Which is also like obviously great. A thriving drug scene. One of the only places you can be bought and sold in Canada. So human trafficking, pretty big. In
See,
Vancouver.
there you go. Like we said, culture. We're not saying it's good culture, but it is culture.
There is like some kind of culture there. Toronto, again, very multicultural. Huge arts community, comedy, music. It's all been there for a while, like established.
Yeah.
They have shopping districts. It's huge.
They got the brewery district, which is good.
Hamilton has one comedy club that might make it out of this pandemic.
Barely.
Few bars that do live music, a bunch of bars that used to do live music that have gone under.
Doesn't even have a music scene anymore.
Doesn't even really have a music scene anymore.
No.
There's no culture. It's a bunch of white people.
It's like steel workers, and even that's not even
It's a bunch of white people selling tacos.
Pretty much.
That's Hamilton.
Pretty much. You get
That's downtown Hamilton.
You go buy a taco, and then you get stopped by a prostitute on Barton Street, and that's
your culture right there. Yeah.
No, there's something going on here. It's like somebody. It's like when you get a lot of money to do a project, and then you just spend it all on the flyers.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think somebody's stealing money. I don't know
all this. Yeah, because there's all this branding of Hamilton. It's like that we're coming up. But all I see is like businesses going under. And
yes,
you know what I mean. Like I don't see the come up.
Well, the pandemic definitely did not help at all.
Obviously, the pandemic hurts, but it's just like I feel like the come up
has been talked about.
They've been talking about it for a while,
for years now. Yeah,
and you just don't see examples of it. And you can't sell me on like, oh, the city's getting better because we have a vegan pizza place anymore. No, that's not better.
No, that's worse.
I guess like I won't say that's worse. I'm not gonna. That's
worse. No, I'll say it. Fucking listen. Pizza that doesn't have cheese, go fuck yourself, okay?
I would say that's worse, but I'll just say that's not something that's pulling people in.
No, you definitely
we need more. You definitely like Vancouver has a sports team. Yeah. Like a legit sports team. Toronto has a couple legit sports teams, in the Toronto Maple Leafs in the NHL and the Toronto Raptors.
We have the Hamilton Bulldozers.
We have the Hamilton Bulldogs, which is not an NHL team.
No.
It's not an NHL team.
And it's not even really that cute of a dog, to be honest, out of all the dogs. And it's not even intimidating.
It's no. If there's a dog that like
Rottweiler
I could be attacked by, I'd pick Bulldog.
Yeah.
Over so many dogs.
It's true.
There were so many dangerous
You just start
dogs.
Pinching its cheeks.
Because it's just so small.
Yeah,
it's just so low to the ground.
It's
feel
chubby
like
and
I
it's
could
like it's grumpy.
Yeah, it's just surly. You just be like, sorry, you're in a bad mood. He'd be like, it's okay.
Hell, I guess it's all right then.
Like, honestly, like if he was pushing me around, I'd give him a smoke.
Yeah,
I don't even smoke anymore, but I'd buy him a pack. And
Yeah.
Down.
You just buy it a beer and give it a cigarette, and the bulldog will be fine. No, folks, there is an issue here, and we need to really address it. I think the biggest number one thing for those of you who are not from Canada would know that Hamilton is it's a big city. I will say that it's over 500,000 in population, and it is a big city.
We're probably closer to 750,000.
Yes, we are.
Just haven't done the count.
No, we have not done the count because somebody's fucking lazy here. Nobody's doing the counting.
I think they do it every 10 years.
Yeah, they do it every 10 years.
Yeah, we might not be.
Well, can they fucking not let everything go more expensive every 10 years? Maybe we'll do that as well.
Well, there should be rent control. It's very irresponsible that it gets this far out of control.
So, for those of you who don't know, Hamilton is a big city. We'll call it metropolis. I think we've earned if it's the third most expensive city in the U.S. in North America, then it's a fucking metropolis. I don't give a fuck.
I guess
it's a metropolis that's like 40 minutes driving away from Toronto.
If there's no traffic, which never happens.
If there's no traffic, but
it's an hour to an hour.
It's about 70 kilometers away from Toronto. So in between Hamilton and Toronto, there are a few cities. I don't even know. Is it too loud?
You're just yelling.
Am I yelling? Oh, sorry. I don't have the speakers in. Apologize.
Yeah, you have your earbuds in.
You're the one that's like.
Yeah, you're blowing me away here. You're killing me. Sorry.
My arguments.
I know because you came in hot. You came in.
I came in because I'm upset.
Because you're renting. I get it. Like I'm the fat cat on top right now.
I'm not even renting anymore. I got kicked out. God damn it.
Oh, let's talk about that.
We'll get into that. But in between Toronto and Hamilton, there are quite a few cities that we all make fun of, rightfully so.
Of course.
You got Oakville, you got Burlington.
Oh, yeah, because we called those the fancy places, and at this point...
They didn't even fucking make it to the list, baby.
They didn't make... So we're the fancy place. Hamilton's technically... If anybody from Oakville's like, I'm better than you, shit in their mouth.
Yeah, fucking...
You're better than them.
Fucking suck on these privileged nuts.
Yeah.
These metro...
Tell them...
Suck on these nuts, these tall rising nuts.
Yeah, these high-rise nuts, you Oakville bitch.
You fucking
you'll be working for me.
Exactly. You one-floor Muppet.
You fucking... You gremlin. We keep you in the fucking basement.
Exactly. Go fucking enjoy your backyard, you fucking loser.
Your space.
Exactly.
Your affordable housing.
Yeah, you and your fucking go open like the 20th Italian restaurant you have.
Well, here's how I know it was getting insane. Because Katie and I bought this last year, like a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
And while we paid for it, we've seen houses. You've seen there's like 5 houses that went up for sale around here.
Because it's the best time to sell.
Because it's a great time to sell.
Yeah. You got in the right time.
Yeah, they all went for over $100,000 what we spent.
Really? I thought it would be double by now.
So no, not double. No, it doesn't double in a year. That's like insane.
Well, it got up 34% in last year. Housing prices, house prices in Canada have gone up 34%.
Right. Well, I'm saying like
I mean, it's not crazy.
We bought this for $330.
Don't say.
I don't care anymore. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You're not gonna take it from me.
I don't know.
Now that you know that I have it.
I don't know.
Who's listening and is like, "Oh, I'll get Jason to lend me money now." I'm not doing that for anybody.
Okay. I just want to protect you. That's all.
Property value, everything's gonna go up. I can't let anybody.
Nobody can even afford it, anyways. Even if we did sell it.
It's true. But yeah, at least $100,000 over what we paid within a year during a pandemic is insane. And it's not ready to pop yet.
No.
Which means there's a couple more years of this probably.
Well, they've been saying that the housing market the bubble was gonna burst for like years, and I think
even when it bursts, nobody loses anything. By burst, it means it's just like you just don't make as much as you could have.
Yeah, and then it will go up again.
And then it will go up again.
I think it's just people keep talking about like how the pandemic is the new normal. I think like the housing prices are just get used to it.
That will be the new normal.
Just get used to it. That's what it is. That's what the cost is.
We could wait long enough that we could sell this place, which you've been in, it's not like a huge place.
No, but it's a nice place, yeah.
Oh, thank you. But I'm just saying.
I don't know. You make it sound like
not,
if you gave birth to it. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Like,
it's not a big. Well, it is mine.
It is yours. Yeah, nobody's arguing with that.
You can leave. You don't like it. No, all I'm saying is,
we're not doing the podcast anymore. This is how we're fighting.
No, I'm doing the podcast. He has to wait outside.
I'll just hand me the mic outside.
That's right.
I'll do my half.
I'll be talk through my wall.
The most choppiest podcast ever.
I don't give a fuck.
Principle.
Yeah. No, all I'm saying is like it's not a huge place. It's not a glamorous place by any means. If we waited in it, there's a point in our lives where we could sell this place for $1 million. I bet.
Sure.
The trajectory of like how things are going, you probably could.
Yeah.
Like there's people that sold this year, and I guarantee I'm like everybody's selling. Katie, everybody's selling, and Katie's like, yeah, they're selling because they bought their places so long ago. They probably bought their
20 years ago or something
for
like
$100,000, maybe less. So they made such a huge profit.
Yeah. But the other thing too is that when you sell your place, you're gonna make a profit, but you're gonna go buy another place, and and if you want to really make the investment,
if we want to stay in Hamilton, there's no point in selling.
That's the thing too, right? If you want to make your investment worthwhile, that means, or your profit, then you're gonna have to move like far away.
Yeah.
In order to be like, okay, now
it's still affordable.
Yeah, and now that like you move to, God forbid, Paris, Ontario, or something like that. Ugh.
Who cares at this point?
Really?
Like to me, a Canadian city is a Canadian city. Because here's the thing: in Ontario, it's shitty winter everywhere in Ontario. Like you just still have to deal with the winter. It's all the same stores. Like what you live in fucking Paris, Ontario. Are you not gonna find a Best Buy? Yeah, you are. You're gonna find a Walmart and a Best Buy and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like I'm not 20. I'm not like, oh, I need to go to a bar every night. I don't give a fuck.
It's true.
You know, I'm like, and hopefully like the world gets somewhat back to normal where I'm working clubs at night anyway. So yeah, I could happily live in Paris.
It's just
for a house that only cost me $300,000, and I have a huge yard and a finished basement.
And then you have a few $100,000 in the bank too.
You know what I mean? Off what I made off this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck, man. I'll move to Welland in a few years.
Oh boy.
And I'll still be close to St. Catharines and Hamilton and the Buffalo border and shit like that. And I'll just like make it work. Like who gives a fuck?
It's just hard because like, you know, I know everything is moved online, like people working from home, but our jobs aren't really.
Oh, it all depends on people. It all
depends on people, right? And that's part of why, you know, if you're in this business, you want to be in a major city so that you're close to everything, right?
Yeah, but like Hamilton's not a major city. It's major city prices.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what's the difference between me living in Hamilton and living in London, Ontario is the drive to Toronto. That's the only difference.
That's the only thing too, right?
That's the only difference.
Well, it's just like we said. Sorry. Apologize, guys. It's you're not getting your money's worth for what it is.
No.
Like you're the third most expensive city, but like you don't feel like you live in the third most expensive city.
No. The only and London's so much cheaper too. Like I moved from London to Hamilton because like Hamilton was doing more, and I didn't have a car at the time.
Yeah,
and it was closer to Toronto when I first moved here.
Sorry.
And now I'm like to the point where I'm like, oh, I could just go back to London. I could buy a bigger house for less money, and it would just be a longer drive to Toronto. That would be the only thing that's kind of a pain in the ass, is that it would be a longer drive to Toronto when I'm doing spots. That'd be the only difference. And I could stay with somebody probably. So is it even that big of a deal? Like I could stay with somebody for a night. You know what I mean? Once in a while if I was too tired to drive back.
I'm just trying to think of like... Then what is the benefit of living in a big city then?
Well, like Toronto, the benefit is that you're there every day grinding, and then comics from Toronto will view you. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, but they will view you more as a comic for living among.
I don't really care about that part, no.
Among them, which might just open up certain more spots for you. But in Canada, what's the big difference between living in a major city
That's
and a
what I mean.
smaller city?
I think
Like, I don't know. Maybe you're around the people more who you have to showcase for. You know what I mean? There's stuff like that, I guess, maybe a little bit.
I think the benefit was, I mean, at least for me, was living in Hamilton, like you said, was there was a time, especially from 2006 to probably like 2018 maybe even, where there were like 3 to 4 comedy shows every night. Like
there was a ton of shows in Hamilton
where it was busy
and
where you didn't even need to go to Toronto at all.
Yeah. For sure.
And what happened was, even when those went away, there was still like some benefit to it, which is you're not driving that far to Toronto,
right?
And also, you're saving money because you're still doing as much as any person in Toronto is doing.
Right.
But at the same time, like, you're not living.
But it's not killing you.
It's not egregious, right?
Yeah.
But that benefit is like going away now. It's not even a thing anymore.
No, for sure.
So it just begs the question of like, okay, well, maybe just might as well just move to Toronto, and then, hopefully, like, just if this cost of living is going to be the same, then might as well just save money there and then move to the States from there.
Sure.
At least, it's better than...
Like I said, you might, like, honestly, you'd probably it wouldn't burn you out as much. You'd get to hang around yucks more.
Yeah.
You might get a showcase quicker.
And even day jobs are from home now, so...
You might even run into, like, the people that do the JFL showcase who hang out at Comedy Bar all the time. It's just like... You're just going to see people.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're just going to see people
I don't know what
more.
comic I would... I don't know if I would be a Comedy Bar comic. I don't know.
I don't know.
I've
seen you do well there, and it's like don't be one of these comics who's like, I never do that place. Just do all the places. You know what I mean? Like, once it's open, just do all the places.
Just don't like them. No, I'm joking.
Like, I get that you're like maybe not as like in or cliquey as certain people who will be there all the time.
Yeah.
But you can get in enough. Like, I'm not in or hip, and I still work the comedy. You know what I mean? And I still have enough people that I've met through the years that are like, well, I have a show at Comedy Bar. You want to do it?
Yeah.
And you would be in that situation.
We'll see, folks. Maybe we'll start doing this podcast
live from Comedy Bar.
So, I think me and Jason are going to move there. We'll
check
see.
it out.
We'll
We're
see what
going
happens.
to move to Comedy Bar.
I'm going to move inside
Which
Comedy
is
Bar.
actually considered its own Canadian city and is a little cheaper than Hamilton.
It's very much cheaper. I looked at the list, and it's like number 25.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Out of cities, Comedy Bar is 25th most livable. Yeah.
Right above Flint, Michigan.
Oh, I fucking wanted to mention something about
Flint, Michigan?
No, about Gay City, Michigan the other day.
What?
About our gig that we did at Gay City, and I forget what it was now.
Yeah, it was right next to where the wrestling venue was.
Because there was like this event where you could meet Sergeant Slaughter, and he like gave you a noogie or something.
I don't know. That's why I'm like, I don't know what half of these people. I don't know.
You don't know
their
who
names.
Sergeant Slaughter is?
No, nor do I care, because I see the people that are into it, and I'm like, I don't want to be associated with those people.
Sergeant Slaughter would wrestle your childhood hero, the Iron Sheik.
Of course. Everybody used to fucking, like...
Did they say that to you?
No. You're the first person to say that. It's just a new possibility for racism.
Yeah. I'm just opening doors for people.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want to talk about wrestling right now. And your father, the Iron Sheik. What else is going on with the living situation? What opened all of this?
So
get into it, fatty.
So what happened was I used to live in a place that I.
Well, you still currently. Well, I
still do live there, right? But like back when I felt like it was my place, still, I used to live in this place that was such a gem of a place. I used to keep it a secret from people, right? Just like how
I didn't know where you lived for 3 years.
I didn't trust you with that information.
We've known each other since the 80s.
Yeah. To this day.
It
was like very hard for me to it was one of the hardest things to let you in on.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a place that's very cheap. The house is not in the best of shapes, obviously. Like I have like raccoons for roommates up in the attic.
Right.
Like they're literally like
Yeah, you
Like
can hear them
the
up
dad
there.
walks
I lived in
in,
an
and he's
apartment.
like tuna casserole, and he just like throws it.
Demands it.
But so my landlord, who he's an old gentleman, he's getting up there. His health is not as good anymore.
Right.
And on Tuesday, he told me and Dougalicious that by beginning of August, we gotta get out of there.
Because his health is getting worse, and he wants his daughter to live with him and take care of him.
Yes, he wants his daughter to live with him and take care of him.
Right.
And
which don't you do? This is what I was confused about. You kind of take care of him. Like, you're the only guy I've ever met who's like, oh, I have to go do a grocery run for my landlord.
Well,
before.
me and my ex roommate, Chris,
used
to do that a lot, you know. But some people are just ungrateful. No, I'm well, no.
I guess it's like
No,
his family.
what he said was, he specifically mentioned it. He goes, I'm gonna need more help than you guys are able to provide.
Okay.
So that's really what it is. Like I think his health is like getting really like.
Really.
I don't want to get into get into too much of, because it's personal. Like, it's not really that personal, but I just don't want to declare stuff like that. But what you guys need to know is that his health is just not primo. Like, it's really getting bad.
Okay.
And so he said, he was like, "Oh, you guys are the best."
With his dying breath, he said this to
He
you
was like,
guys.
"You said to move." What the fuck? No, we have to take care of you. No, he just said that, like, he's gonna need his daughter to move in and take care of him.
That's fine. Yeah.
And he was like, as we were leaving, he was like, "AJ, you can stay." And I said, "Okay." And then he goes, "Listen, if you want to kick out Doug, I'm okay with that. You know, we just need one room." And I was like, "Sorry, if Doug leaves, I leave
too." Yeah.
He was like, "I respect that." As he was crying, and I was like, "Don't be a bitch, okay?
Man up.
Man up.
Don't die a bitch.
You're gonna die soon, so don't let that be the last thing you do."
I guess the big piss off of this is that your place was so cheap.
So
dude.
cheap.
It was so cheap.
So cheap.
And we just talked about how expensive
Oh my
Hamilton
god!
is.
It didn't. If the research people knew,
Oh yeah, maybe we dropped to 4th or 5th.
Flint, Michigan.
They jump ahead of us. Flint, you're in,
That's
baby.
like, that's how. Like, I'm not exaggerating. You know this. Like, it's
cheap,
stupid cheap.
Well, Katie and I was the same. We had that apartment downtown. It was the only thing that kind of motivated us to try to look for a place, like a house, and we didn't think we'd get one, and then we got very lucky with this too. Mm-hmm. But we had a place downtown. We were paying like under 800, 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Under 800. He sold the building. He was like, "Look, some people keep coming and offering to buy the building." I'm like, "Yeah, because people know what the market is.
It's
so they're gonna buy this and they're gonna rent it for way more."
Of course, yeah. Well,
and he finally kind of got a number that he couldn't turn down.
No.
And he sold the place a couple years ago.
No, this place is like really, like, I'll fuck it. I'll say it was a 2-bedroom. It was $900 a month.
It's crazy.
And that's including
so good.
It's including gas, including hydro.
Buddy.
We only paid $450 each. That's it. It was a 2-bedroom.
And you had parking.
I had parking. It was a 2-bedroom. The backyard was insanely huge.
Backyard was big.
It was
too.
big.
Yeah.
Like kitchen, bathroom, living room. Like, it was like a respectable place.
So good. Yeah.
And $900 a month, so $450 each. The only thing that you had to pay for was internet, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, so that place is gone now. So that place is gone. So fucking thank you for all the fucking assholes out there who've just been jealous of the way that I live my life. You won, okay? You fucking won. And now I'm out of that place, and now I'm just gonna be broke.
Yeah. You're just gonna like get by.
Just gonna be broke.
And that's like what happens, right?
Yeah. No, we'll see. I honestly don't know, to be fair. Again, like, just because there are a few issues, few lingering variables, like you and I spoke of off the podcast.
Yeah.
Once those are clear, I'll be able to make a better decision. But definitely,
sure.
Toronto, moving to Toronto is definitely not something it's off the table.
Well, it's not out of the question anymore because really it's like it's within reason.
It's the same.
It's just the same. And if you can swing it here, and that's the thing, if you can swing it here at this point, don't let anybody in Toronto talk down to you anymore. If you're from Hamilton, because if you can make it in Hamilton, you can make it in Toronto.
You can make it anywhere in the state,
really, and anywhere in the States apparently too, because
it's more, folks.
So
I don't think you guys understand this. For those of you who don't know what this study's about, if you read the study, Hamilton and Ottawa are more expensive than New York City.
New York City. Hamilton's more expensive
than
LA. San Jose and LA.
LA.
California, nice cities in California where there's beautiful weather.
You know California that has Hollywood? You know, those celebrities that we hate, but we can't wait to be like them?
Just the weather, dude. I don't give a fuck
and the weather, avocados.
Just the weather.
Kardashians.
Just to not have to shovel
Kardashians.
or scrape ice off your fucking windshield.
No, not at all.
Dude.
Not at all. You get the Hadids over there. You get to go on a pro-Palestine protest once in a while.
Yeah.
Just all the things that I love.
I've been doing my part with that.
Have you?
Here in Hamilton,
what have you been doing? Just housing Palestinians?
Bro, yeah, exactly. We'll wake them.
I will say this, though. I will say this just to make me feel better about leaving the place. My landlord's dick say that he hated the Orientals that used to live up there, so at least maybe...
Maybe your next landlord won't be racist, and you won't have to hear that.
Although I will say, I'm willing to take a racist for $4.50 a month, no problem.
Fuck yeah, for sure. Sign me up.
Yeah, call me a Packy all you want. I don't care.
Do whatever you want, really.
Yeah, I'll even do the accent too, even though I speak proper English.
Do a dance and accent. Who cares? All right, I got a question for you actually that I thought of.
He scares me.
It's not super intense. Please. I just thought I was like, if somebody knows, maybe it's AJ. Because I could have Googled it, but I thought maybe it'd be funny to talk about here.
Soap is not good to jerk off with.
No. I know. I learned the hard way.
So did I.
No. You know how we talk about the royal family sometimes.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
you know those guys.
We do a lot. We love talking
about
those
characters. Those fellas. Cool in the gang, as I like to call them. No,
cool with a Q.
It's cool with a Q. QW. It's like Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
Prince Harry.
Yes.
Prince William.
Yes.
What are their last names?
Windsor.
It's Windsor?
It's Windsor. I'm telling you, man.
I didn't know that.
I'm telling you, man.
Because you always hear the first, you hear the title and the first name. I'm
Windsor.
Like, what's the last name?
It's Windsor. It's really disappointing.
It's super disappointing.
I mean, if it was like Excalibur, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you guys.
No, it should be like Fancy McJewels.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Fart McCheese, something.
Charles Chandelier. Not Charles Windsor. I know I'm fanning myself because I hear his last name.
He's like Charles Brightstone. I'm like, okay.
All right.
We're doing something here. It makes sense.
I'm in it now.
Windsor. I know somebody that's last name is Windsor. He's not royalty.
He's not
a piece of shit.
Royalty? Yeah, I'm okay. So I'm thrown off to hear that.
No, I know. I totally agree.
Is that common knowledge? You got that there pretty quickly.
Here's the thing,
man.
I
don't think
I didn't even know about Prince Philip. I just called him.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I just called him the dude's wife. That's it.
It was crazy because for the longest time I'm I just knew Cool and the Gang. Charles, his sons. Yeah. The Queen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, there's this other guy, Andrew. He's a pedophile. And then also,
that's the only reason you know him.
And then also the Queen's married to the guys from Tales from the Crypt. And you're like, what? You know that guy from Tales from the Crypt?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know that.
It's he looks like Prince. What's the guy who just died?
Prince Philip?
Prince Philip Windsor.
Yeah, I wonder, when they saw his dead body, they were like, how long has he been dead for?
They're like, get up. You always look like this.
You always look. I can't even tell. There's nothing that scene in The Godfather when the mortician comes in and he tries to make Sonny Corleone's body look better because you bring him there. I guess I still owe you, Godfather. I don't know what to do with this.
What do I do?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's my wife She can't look at her husband like that. Look at how time has massacred my husband.
So the Queen talks.
She sounds like Marlon
That's her
Brando.
voice.
This Princess Diana, she's a problem. She's like, when did you become so fucking
That's so
cryptic,
funny.
Queen?
And she's just at a bar making racist jokes, and Megan overhears her. That's how this whole thing got started.
Princess Diana laughs at one of her jokes. She's like, what am I, fucking clowning you?
Oh, my fucking-
Tell me, what's so funny? She's like, the Queen is just such a cunt. Like,
funny.
she's not,
How am I funny?
how am I funny? Don't tell me.
Oh my
Ah! And then she fucking kills.
Yeah, like I got you. Nah, that's how it went down. That's
It's
how I'd
so-
like to. I'd love to make a documentary about the royal family, and it's very much like a Bob movie.
Tell me.
It's these British people who are like, huh? It's all this bravado.
Well, am I a comedian to you?
That's so fucking funny. That's the next film.
The Windsors. You're like,
The
no,
Windsors.
no, it's not
No,
supposed to be called
You
that.
can't call them the Windsors.
Goodfellas, Sopranos.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and if they ever do, when they ever do like a thing about the royal family, you never hear the last name. 'Cause
No.
they fucking know better.
No, they know
than
better.
to drop that
they've
last name.
kept all the bad things about them. Like, it's not a
Smart.
secret, but
Well,
they're
up
like,
until recently.
they're like just distracting you. Like, look, Princess Diana's dead.
No,
Don't
no.
look at her first.
the
Imagine
show's
this all
called
this.
the show's called The Crown, or We're the Royals.
Yeah, exactly.
No
Not the
fucking
Windsors.
Windsors. You can't say Windsor.
No.
Yeah, they know. They're smart.
Like for the longest time, I swear to God, I didn't even know what the. I knew she was married, but I didn't know who her husband was.
yeah.
Because like, who gives a fuck?
I didn't even know she was married. I thought that she had. I thought her husband had already died.
Yeah,
like, I thought
you would
that
assume so.
I thought her husband was the king, and the king died a long time ago.
You'd assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when everybody says, the Palestinian-Israeli conflict is like it's been going on for too long, I'm like, it's only 73 years old. The Queen is older than
The
that.
Queen is older than the conflict. The Queen could have stopped it in its tracks.
Well,
when you think about it.
if you really think about it, the British Empire were the
Started
ones
it.
So it's like not
Really? Yeah.
the fucking Windsors.
Blame the Windsors. As a matter of fact, we'd hate the Windsors more if we knew them as the Windsors. You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, the
You're
fucking
like,
Windsors
list
are at
the
it
worst
again.
things about the royal family. Number one, they're called the Windsors.
They're called the Windsors.
And
Their
then
last name, and then the pedophilia,
colonization
and
and
the
the
colonization,
pedophilia.
and all that other shit. But no, for sure, if we just knew them as the Windsors, they'd be like annoying neighbors. Be like, oh god, here come the Windsors.
Exactly. They
I don't
look
wanna
like,
see
they look
these
like people
assholes.
that wouldn't give you back your lawnmower after they.
Yeah. I lent that to you fucking last summer. The Windsors. Ugh.
The fucking Windsors,
They
dude.
colonized
Oh
my lawnmower.
God.
All right, fatty.
Oh
let
my
me-
God. I'm glad you brought this up because.
I just thought about it today, and I was like, if there's a guy I know who would know, it's AJ. It's international spy.
Because I
AJ Bate.
also, you thought I was a spy. Wait until you meet my mom.
Ah,
I'm
come on.
dying.
I'm dying
I've been
to.
telling
Yeah.
you.
Love the cookies, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Love the
yes.
cookies.
I'm glad. I revert to her about royal family stuff because she
You
knows.
check it with your
she
mom, 'cause
knows
your mom's
everything
keen on it. Yeah.
she knows everything about them. But yeah, no, they are called the Windsors, and they're just as annoying of the last name as you thought it was going to be.
That's terrible.
No,
That's
it's-
so funny to me.
It's just awful. I will say this though. Speaking of trying to better your life,
Okay.
been working out again.
Nice.
Started
man.
working out on
That's
Monday.
great.
Nothing, crazy like you young boys are doing, but
Right.
push-ups,
I'm
sit-ups.
7 years older than you,
Of
but
course,
go on.
that's fine.
Uh,
Just doing push-ups, doing sit-ups.
it's great.
Today was the first day. Me and Joanna, we went on a bike ride in Toronto for like 2 hours.
That's awesome, dude.
My thighs are like that. They don't exist.
They're that of thunder, which is why we call him Thunder Thighs. Thighs of thunder.
Thighs of thunder. I do hope that my thighs clap.
You want nice big legs?
Okay. All right.
Big
Anyways,
fucking
I was saying,
gams?
I'm just talking to the
Okay,
people from
okay.
now on. That's
Right,
what
because
I
I
mean.
slap my
That's
big
too
legs.
much.
Okay.
There needs to be HR here or something.
All right, sorry.
But yeah, no, you've been working out, feeling a lot better, honestly.
No,
really
it does
have
make
been
you
feeling
feel
better.
good.
The
Yeah.
weather is so beautiful.
And it's been so nice out.
That's why
the thing.
Hamilton's the third most expensive city in North America.
It's the fucking sun.
But no, all seriousness, all jokes aside, all jokes aside.
No, all seriousness aside.
All seriousness aside.
Oh, waka waka.
The weather is great. It's absolutely amazing. Dude, we need a fucking studio because you know what happens?
What happens?
The video is an hour long, right?
Yeah.
So the sun goes through clouds. It goes through, so as the video goes long for the podcast, it gets darker.
Right. We're getting more and more depressed.
we need somewhere that doesn't have any windows so we can maintain consistent lighting.
Sure. Well, we can record in the basement from now on if you'd like.
I would love that.
That's great though that you're exercising, staying
Working
in shape.
out. I've put your poster on my wall. Just
Nice,
looking at
nice
you
little
and just feel
motivation.
like, yeah,
Nice.
just fucking wonder.
Yeah.
Fucking wonder. This piece of shit.
I also have to look at a poster of me to stay motivated.
It's like you get. It's like I have to top this.
I have to top this guy.
If it's possible.
He's the best.
He's the best ever to do.
You got to beat him.
You just put like a picture of a goat with your face on it. It's like, okay.
I just watch a lot of like Tom Brady inspirational
my
videos.
God.
So I love him so much.
I love how like a guy that's so motivated yet his body's still gross. Like
his
it's
body
just-
is brutal, but at the same time, it's like,
Do you
dude,
need a body?
what do you say when you're
It's
like,
so very much, yeah.
you won 7
Yeah.
Super Bowls? Like, what can I say about?
It's like
him?
if he has like a noodle for an arm, but he's like still doing great. We're like, well, I think
you're still
I'm
launching it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still launching
like
it.
you aired it out against the Packers before halftime.
Okay, no need to bring that up.
All right.
That'd be
I'm
hurtful.
sorry. Well, he might be leaving anyways.
I
Guys,
hope
I didn't want to talk about football. I wanted to talk
No,
about
The Windsors.
my trip. Yeah, my trip to
Yes.
the.
So please give us a recap. First of all.
Okay, so
Give us
yeah,
the
I'll give a
recap.
recap of what
happened last
I did the 8-year anniversary with my wife.
But
I
you
decided
had
to
an
attend,
issue with Airbnb.
but I was worried that I might have an issue with Airbnb.
Judging by your face, I think you're.
No, everything was fine.
You're an idiot,
Everything,
yeah?
I'm just an idiot. There was no issue at all. We were able to go and visit. Here's the thing. So we drive up there. So there's other issues that ended up happening. I had some.
So what? It turned out that you can come over
I
as
can
long
come
as you
over-
don't bring people from other households.
That was the whole thing. Is
Okay.
that it was just like.
Just the way they phrase it was weird.
Yeah, the way they phrased it was weird, but it was essentially like you can't have parties at your cabin.
Okay.
Fair
How
enough.
much did it cost you, if you don't mind me asking?
It was $134.
Not bad
for
at
the
all.
night, so not
Not
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a nice cottage though.
Was very beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Very nice spot. We drive up there. We take my car. My car ends up having a little bit of a problem. We get close.
Oh.
We get close to the place. I'm not stranded on the side of the road or anything like that. But we get close, and Katie's like, "Oh, I want to eat before we actually check into the place." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So we pull in. We're gonna like grab Subway or something because
But you
it's
guys
just
brought food
there.
with you.
We didn't bring, but like snacks and shit. Not like
How
a
were you
meal.
planning on eating though?
We were just gonna order pizza and something like in town. But we pull in at this Subway, and my car overheats. My car's overheating. So we gotta leave it to cool off before we can add the coolant.
But it's hot.
right? But it's hot. But we're gonna wait. It's fine. So we go in and we order Subway, and we're eating at this like curb in the shade. And Katie takes some of her bread from her sub because there's like seagulls around, and throws it to one of the seagulls. And then like 3 other seagulls show up. And they're like "Rah, rah," all around. And then the one seagull takes the piece of bread from the other seagull. And then that seagull starts biting its wing.
Oh my god.
And won't let it fly away. And it's like, what have I done? And I'm like, this is amazing.
It's a massacre.
I
now.
can't stop laughing.
You're witnessing a massacre.
Because I'm like, and then I keep joking that like on our anniversary, you brought me a bird fight. Like
yeah,
this is so
it's
nice
so
of
sweet.
you,
Yeah,
and stuff like
it's
that.
like the Cottage Seagull Massacre 2021.
Absolutely disgusting.
will go down in history.
It was so fucked up.
Again, white people causing crimes wherever they go.
Katie's a problem.
I
Katie's
would've-
a problem.
I would've
I've
loved-
said that
I
for
would've-
years.
you're a hostage. Like you see like the seagull clipping on the wing, but then she's like, okay, here's another one. But like they're stupid.
They're in the air.
She's like, you mean I could have just?
They weren't even in the air though. This was so close to us.
My God.
The one was like just starting to get away, and the other one was like,
yeah. I love how like your
its
car
wing.
failing is like not as important as like seagulls. Just
No. This was like way more
'Cause this is,
exciting
like,
to me. This
National
was like,
Geographic.
It was
right
there.
It's like national. It's like with the gazelle and the lion, except it's just
Only
cannibalism.
seagulls, so even better.
They're
Yeah.
vicious.
Oh yeah.
They went for it.
Terrible
And
creatures.
it's over,
Just terrible.
over bread.
Yeah, over like a little bit of.
You know who fought over bread? The poor French people before they did the fucking revolution.
Look at them.
Not any better.
Oh, yeah. Dirty seagulls, I'd say. But yeah, they were like going at it, and I was like, "This is hilarious." My car cools down. We add the coolant.
Best time.
Everything's
See,
fine.
this is the
best
this
time.
is how you know.
Worked out fine.
This is how you know you have a perfect weekend. Even when something bad happens, the universe rewards you with
we
something.
we recovered. I got a bird fight.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was okay.
I mean,
You
if
know what
anybody
mean?
looked at you, nobody would have guessed that you own a house in the third most expensive city in the world. But like,
No, as I'm like laughing as seagulls bite each other
when
and
your
eating
car is
Subway
like
in a
waiting
curb.
for your cars to cool down.
I guess you're right. I suppose you're right.
But that's how down to earth you guys are.
Yes, it's true. We try to
course.
keep it laid back.
course.
Either way, we got back into the city. I've taken my car to a mechanic since then.
What's the issue?
It just needed to be essentially like cleared out. They fixed everything. Also, they were able to fix the problem with I was having an issue for a while where my car wouldn't roll out of park.
Yeah, what was that?
It wasn't the fuse. They essentially had to clean the column that moves it.
It was just a dirty
It was just a dirty infrastructure
Yeah.
because the car's like 1,000 years old.
Yeah, even
And
though
I got
like,
it used.
even though the mileage is not bad at all on it.
No, but the car is like 13
It's just
years
the
old.
guy hasn't maintained it properly.
And I guess there wasn't proper maintenance. So I've been taking it more regular. Either way, it rolls out of park, no problem now. There's no revving, nice
Awesome.
and smooth.
Beautiful.
Because
I'm
I
happy
do
for
have
you.
some dates in Michigan at the end of next month and then early July.
Nice.
Because I'm allowed to work there with proof and stuff like that. Because like I'm essentially gonna have to have like a letter from the guy who's booked me to be like he's coming for work.
Yeah, in order
Drive
to
over.
come in and out.
Then I'll have to come
Yeah.
back here and quarantine and all this shit.
So after every gig, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Well, it's 3 nights in a row. So I'm there.
But I mean, like when you get there, do you have to quarantine when you get there?
No.
Okay, but you have to quarantine here.
It's gonna be harder getting.
Oof.
Yeah, the issue is it's gonna be easy to get in.
It's
From
just coming
all I've
out.
heard, it's gonna be harder to get back
Oh my god.
to the country I live in.
Lord.
But either way, that's a whole other. I'll get into that later as we get closer to those dates.
for
I
sure,
can let you
for
guys
sure.
know about that. But no, the car's fine now.
That's great.
The trip was
Beautiful.
a ton of fun.
Can you barbecue there, by the way?
Yeah, the whole thing was like you can rent the barbecue for this much, and
Was
it
it
was
more?
like, and it was like it wasn't too expensive, but at the same time, I was like, if I'm paying $10 just to rent your barbecue, I'll just buy a fucking pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just the fun and the excitement of the barbecue. That's all.
I barbecue here.
I
Like
guess,
it's not like a big deal to me.
I don't know. Just I guess maybe you just want to have fun. That's all.
Usually they have like kayaks, and they wouldn't do the kayak rentals because they're like due to spread of COVID. and I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
the CDC is already
Oh my god.
retracted.
Outdoor activities is fine, guys.
Not only is outdoor activities fine, but the CDC has gone back and said it doesn't carry on surfaces the way we originally thought.
Yeah.
You can quit bleaching your phones.
And you can fucking quote Jason on this.
This is a real thing from the CDC. You can
I
look
believe
this
you.
up.
I believe it. I didn't even thought it was a
and
thing.
then people still go like, no, you need to wipe everything down with 1,000 Lysols and man. It's like, no, you actually don't. And I for sure could have just hopped in a fucking kayak, rented your kayak.
Yeah.
But they took them away. So
Well, that was
we
fucking
still went
suck.
in the water, and the water was nice and
Yeah,
it was
I
fun and
bet,
stuff
I
like
bet.
that. But no, didn't get
The
the kayak.
cottage was beautiful.
But the cottage was beautiful. It was really nice. And
Katie had
as the
fun.
weather gets nicer, oh yeah, she had a great time, and I planned it, so she was happy about that.
Instead of her taking care of it.
Instead of her having to book it and stuff like that, and me just like sending her some money or whatever, I just like took
Be
charge
a willing
of it.
participant.
Yeah. Just help out.
That's the thing with women; they always want that.
You know, we want you to be involved.
It's like,
ugh. It's the whole thing.
I don't like that at all.
All right, speaking of being involved, do you want to read an email?
I'm not looking forward to it, but let's see what
nobody
happens.
Is. All right. Well, it's time for an email. You can always email us here at the podcast at In Search of Zen Podcast at Outlook.com podcast. Outlook. The email of the next generation.
Thank you,
I fucked that whole
Outlook.
thing up.
No, it's good. You did
Outlook.
great. You did great.
All right, so we got an email here from enemy of the podcast, Jason Bay.
He strikes again.
He strikes again. So it's a few questions here.
Oh boy.
So I'll read them all, and then we'll tackle one at a time.
Yes.
So first he goes, "Why so down on Doug?
Have you seen him?
Who do you think Doug likes better?" This one's the most fucked up. If your wife/girlfriend wanted a male-female threesome that included Doug, would you do it?
No.
In return, you would get a future male-female threesome with an additional female of your choice.
So female,
Jason
male.
Bay. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, I don't see like where you're getting this impression that we're down on Doug. Now later we are going to be down on Doug because you're talking about us having to have sex in the same room with him.
So we're gonna have to downgrade it. Like
we're gonna downgrade him for sure. But generally, in what world do you think we're down on Doug? He comes here every day, works out of my shed.
But he's also an asshole too.
He also
he's not on the microphone
here.
saying it.
He stayed AJ.
He's not an all-time nice person either.
Yeah, I don't think he's like this. Like this like cuddly this heart of gold. This
he's
sweet,
an asshole
sweet,
too.
We're all assholes. But no, I don't think we're too down with Doug. Who does he like
not
better?
That he doesn't deserve it.
We should rip on him once in a while. keep him in check.
Yeah.
Who does he like better? I don't know. I think he's indifferent to that.
Yes.
I think he's
I don't
just
think
like,
that's something that Doug computes or
people are around Doug and then Doug's around people.
Yeah, he's like the sun and like people just like rotate around him. That's really what it is. He doesn't care if it's Earth, Mars. It doesn't matter.
He's just around.
He'll gravitate a little bit and then pull back.
People are here, and then he.
Doug is an immovable object.
Yeah.
Then
he doesn't.
It's
care.
also because he's fat too, but he's also an immovable. Emotionally, he's an immovable.
There's
object.
many reasons why he's immovable.
Yes.
He didn't work out with me this morning.
Oh,
his feet were too sore. He went on one of his friend zone hikes yesterday.
Little baby feet so sore.
Yeah, his feet were all sore. So he didn't make
little
it.
Queer boy.
So yeah, he was all beat up. So if your wife or girlfriend wanted to have a male, female, first of all, let's have show a little bit of respect for Katie and Joanna.
Yes, please.
And say that they're not requesting Doug.
Yeah.
Can we say that off the top?
Yeah, I would like to think that's
I'd
the
like
case.
to think that's the case.
I mean, if it is, then, God bless, but I don't think I want to be part of that universe.
I will say this. If you want to feel good about yourself, if there's one guy to be naked around, it's probably Doug.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Because you're going to outshine Doug.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
It might not be like packing as much like guns as he is, but like at least I'll look symmetrical somehow. At least I'll make sense a little bit.
Yeah. It'll make sense. No one's gonna accidentally use your skin
Nobody's
as a blanket.
gonna be puzzled at how I look. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be probably like 5 seconds. They're like, okay, not bad.
They're gonna figure it out pretty quickly.
But with Doug, it's like they start gonna have to meditate beforehand.
Right. So the thing is like you gotta deal with. Also, like, all of this is unfair.
Yes.
Like, all of this is unfair.
I think it's unfair to our brains, too.
To even have to think about this.
Yeah, it's such
this
a
Jason
weird...
Bate guy's a real asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, like, you have the threesome with Doug and Joanna.
No, don't...
I'm going to say her name.
No, don't use us as an example.
Well, this is what he's asking us.
He also said wife.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about Katie and I right now.
Well,
I'm asking you.
No. Well, then let's make it vague.
I'm asking you.
Let's just make it vague then.
Okay.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to make it less gross for yourself. Go fuck yourself. I'm not going to let you do that. we're gonna fucking drink this,
Okay.
if we're gonna drink this poison, we're gonna drink it together.
Here's the thing. Okay, so it's you, a lady, and Doug.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, that's better.
You, the lady, and Doug. And Doug's there, and he's being Doug, and you're just all getting through this as best you can.
I think you would like be asking
But
me.
then the reward, the big reward is that you then get to have a threesome with the lady that was already involved in this massacre and another lady. But here's my question. Is it a Doug kind of lady?
Well, he didn't specify that.
He didn't specify. So could
we're
you
gonna
literally go from like putting the girl that you're with in a situation with Doug?
Yeah, and
Your
then,
girl gets Doug,
and then
you just get to pick any gorgeous girl you can think of?
yeah, like a half Vietnamese, like half German girl.
Well, all right. I'll take a lady Doug. Thank you very much. But speak for yourself.
So you're saying like my choice is gross?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god! I don't think so.
No. Yeah. You can have any racial mix you want.
Yes. No, I know. It's
guess.
It's unfair assuming that your lady doesn't, hasn't like thought about, or maybe hasn't, or maybe.
Oh, it's thought about Doug. For sure, your lady is thought about Doug. We
I'm
all know
saying
that about your lady.
Past her having fun with that, you're assuming that, your lady
has
hasn't
never
entertained the idea of being with a woman, right?
Right.
So she might get out of it as much as you do, too.
Well, however you want to justify
In a perfect
this,
world.
AJ. However you want to justify
In a perfect
this.
world, yeah.
Sure.
I think it would be very hard. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's worth it.
For one, Doug and I are very close friends.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you and him aren't. I'm not
No,
saying that.
I'm not. This is gross after talking about threesomes.
Right.
No,
and that's another reason that it's just like there's no reason for me to see him naked and then to see him cry and see all this stuff and then still somehow be able to maintain a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And at this point, I've been with my wife for 8 years. I'm not like being with another woman isn't like make or break for me. I can just go the rest of my life with Katie and it just being us.
Threesome.
So I don't need a devil's threesome or
it's called a train, actually.
Huh? It's called a devil's threesome when it's two guys and a girl.
But it's also also called a train.
Hey, don't talk about running a train on
Yeah.
anybody that I know.
But that's
No. I
Two
can't hear
guys-
this. I
two-
can't hear
I'm
this.
sorry.
First of all, a train, the cabooses are attached, and Doug and I would at no point be attached.
You're gonna be holding hands. That's what you're gonna be doing. You're fucking holding
I
hands.
legit think I've said this before to a guy that I know
Yeah.
that was in a couple of devil's threesomes, and I told him, I was like, if you're in a devil's threesome, you're at least 10% gay, and he's like, no, you're not. I'm like, for sure you are. And I'm like, if you touch the guy even by accident at any point, 15%, lock eyes, 20% gay. Would you agree with this?
Yeah, because first of all, there's no avoiding touching that guy. Have you ever
I think there's avoiding it.
There's no, if you're having a threesome with
wait your turn.
If no, there's no avoiding it. I'm saying you're inevitably gonna end up touching the guy.
No, see, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying that you should be able to avoid touching.
Dude,
him.
have you you can't even avoid touching a guy when you're growing groceries down the same aisle, let alone fucking a human being together.
I guess, yeah.
Have you ever been even at the butcher shop? You're both facing the same way. He's like, oh, excuse me. And
what era do you live in? Have I ever been to the butcher shop?
See, that's the thing.
What era do you live in?
Here's the thing. I used to do that back when I only paid a stick and a fucking pebble for my rent.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now I'm going to go back to no frills.
Like the rest of us.
Like the rest of us. But, yeah, there's no avoiding touching a guy.
Yeah, so you agree that it's just best to not even have a threesome with a guy.
And first of all, regardless of whether it's Doug or not,
well, with Doug, you're definitely touching.
Well, I mean, he's
a big guy.
He just occupies so much space.
Yeah.
It's like Israel. He just can't help but expand.
Doug is like Israel.
He keeps growing and growing.
A lot of people don't think that. Doug's Israel.
If I don't get fat, then somebody else is gonna come in and
get fat anyways. No.
It's so weird because I just it's such an uncomfortable thought Doug or not. I mean, it's worse with Doug just in general. But like, it just like.
Why is it worse with Doug? Like, what guy would you prefer?
No, it's bad regardless.
Okay.
But it's even worse with Doug. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make. Like, just the idea of having a three. But that's also the other thing too that I feel hypocritical about, right? Where I don't like that. But I'm 100% down.
All right, with 2 ladies.
Which is like, that's hypocritical, right?
That is for sure hypocritical.
But I don't care that it's hypocritical.
Yeah, because you like what you like, man.
I don't want to be in that uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, would you feel better if, like, the girl you're with, whose name won't be mentioned...
the only reason we don't mention it because I don't want to talk about my girlfriend, me and her having a threesome with a guy that I know. I don't. But
but if it wasn't Doug, it wouldn't matter.
No, just in general, like with a guy, I wouldn't be okay with it. No.
Right. So even because that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say she picks some like model guy. What's that fucking soccer player you're always drooling over?
No, don't start spreading.
Don't act like you don't.
No. Don't start spreading rumors.
You've been dressing like a soccer player.
I'm not gonna lie. There are like just in general, guys are like, oh, that guy's a good-looking guy. He's
Sure.
a hot guy.
No, of course. Do you know
like,
the difference between like Cristiano Ronaldo and Steve Buscemi? You're
yes,
you're not
exactly.
I'm
not going to be an idiot. Or I hate guys that also like don't acknowledge that either. Like, look,
it's stupid.
No. Guys hot. Like, yeah, there are guys that are objectively
There's levels.
hot.
There's levels. Come on.
There are guys that are objectively beautiful. Just
of course.
But no, I don't think any guy would be.
It wouldn't help.
It's just like.
But it would help a little.
Gun to my head.
Like,
is that what we're talking?
She's like, we're doing this. We're doing this because that's the trade-off. Here are your options.
Oh, she's
Buscemi,
like,
Doug.
Then I think I would just be like, I don't need to have a threesome at all. Then.
Yeah, you just cancel the whole.
And then I'll break up with her and find somebody.
Somebody's down for
just a
lady threesome.
And it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
But I know. I don't think like the guy thing is like, ugh, it's just too much. I can't do it.
I don't like. I just feel like I'd be so uncomfortable to even have a guy like hard near me.
Yeah,
I don't want that around.
And also, like, and I really hate to sound antiquated, but just the idea of another guy just having sex with.
Your girlfriend.
It's just uncomfortable.
I agree with that completely.
It's not my.
I know. I agree with that completely. Yeah. I guess some people are like they're pretty open, or like I've heard of like comics that will do sex clubs.
Yeah, no, there's I think like sex clubs are fine. Like if it's just the two of you having sex with each other in front of other people, but like
that's not always what happens at sex clubs.
I know.
So. AJ, I got some news for you. You're not gonna believe this.
They do other things too.
There's these things called trains, and it's not locomotives.
Oh, la 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 la. Mother is watching.
Hi, Mom.
No, I knew. I also do the. I know they do the swinging as well.
Yeah,
and stuff like
the
that.
Swinging, the dinging, and the whole thing.
Swinging is like. Swinging is not that I'm for it, but it's an interesting idea.
Oh, for sure, it's like interesting
because it's not like threesomes.
No, it's a whole other like world.
You get to have sex with the man's woman, and he gets to have sex with yours.
No, it's like a swap.
Yeah, so there is a trade-off somewhere.
No, it's not a bunch. It's not a bunch of you crowded on a bed and doing God knows
and
what.
on the same poor woman. It's a difference.
Bumping into each other and. Here's what I'd be worried about with any kind of threesome is that it would very quickly become a Three Stooges situation. I'm just a clumsy guy.
I
could just fall on somebody.
You both your penises into the same
they
hole.
Bump. The heads bump.
Although we were trying to really make it funny, but it's very painful for the woman. And it's like, we're both in the same asshole. She's like, oh. Like, silly us. Woo. She's like fucking screaming in pain. She sees God. Like, she's like, so bad. But yeah. Well, like you see like gangbangs, like DPs. It's like a dick in an asshole and a dick in a pussy.
It's insane.
And it's like,
it's insane.
How are you? Their balls are touching each other right there.
No, the whole thing is ludicrous.
It's like preposterous.
No, it is preposterous. I don't even think it's real. It's like it doesn't seem
It's just
real.
uncomfortable. It's just so uncomfortable.
No,
and
I
don't think I'm
chalk it
down
up
for
to CGI so I can feel comfortable myself.
There's a new premise I want to try. It's like, at what point does porn stop becoming like porn and turn into a magic trick? Like, it's
really though.
Here's the line.
Really, like where is the line? Where I'm like, well, nobody's performing that in real life. Like you're a skilled professional.
Yeah, like like a guy that's like having sex with a woman behind a bar, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh yeah, honey, yeah, I'm cleaning. Like, no, bitch, you're not cleaning. Your tits are out and you're shaking unreasonably. Like, what is going on? Unless you're fucking riding something like a toy that's like, there's no reason for you to be moving that way.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things. So guys, porn is not real. I don't know. I don't know what the point of what we're trying to do.
That was the message.
But
for
like,
sure.
but perish the thought of the devil's threesome. Even it's called devil's threesome for a reason. It's unpleasant. It's ungodly.
People know it's unpleasant.
But if it's your thing,
you know what?
We don't knock
shouldn't.
it.
I don't want to be like.
Don't yuck somebody's yum.
Yeah. I don't want to come across as like.
Close-minded.
I could never do that, but I never want anybody to think that if they did that, like I wouldn't be friends with them or I'd be uncomfortable around them.
I think we are friends with people that do that.
Because like I said before, I know some guys that have been in devil threesomes, or as I like to call them, 10% gay, and that's fine. You know what I mean? That's
sans
their
hetero.
thing. It's what they like. They're sans hetero.
We don't know the percentage yet, but for sure it's sans hetero.
I can't believe it's not bi-curious. As I like to call them.
No, there's
but
if it's your thing,
there are people that are
God
into
bless.
That. Yeah, guns are fun.
But like for me, I think it's like a regular threesomes is whereas. I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to like.
I'm old fashioned. I like my regular threesomes with two women all over my balls.
You know the guys that are like, I'm adventurous. Like, no, you're not. You're a fucking pig. And that's like, just be honest. Say that.
That's all you are. You're a pig.
I'm owning to my pig. I'm owning up to my pigness.
I appreciate it.
No, I think
I'm just sticking with my wife.
You wouldn't even entertain if she was like, Jason, let's do it.
Huh? with a guy?
No.
Oh, with a girl.
I said regular threesome.
No, I just know her too well. I think
if she was like, yeah, I want it.
But what does I want it mean? You know what I mean?
Want it means want.
No, it doesn't though. You're so dumb. You know what I'm talking about. Listen. She goes, "Oh, I'm cool with it," and then you go, "Yeah," and then what? Then you hear about it later in a fight, or like
she came up to you
and
said,
"That doesn't matter either," and you know it.
But okay. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that it will happen. I don't know Katie that well to say that, but I'm for just as an advice, as somebody that's never had an advice. If she does say that, just do one thing.
Yeah.
Don't be overly eager when it happens.
No, that's the other thing.
Just don't look
you
excited.
Gotta play it cool. You gotta be like,
don't look too excited.
Like, oh, one of these again.
Yeah, you just have to be indifferent. I'm like, two pussies.
You've done it all the time.
Two pussies. I only have two hands. Only have hands for one. You just like kind of be playful.
Yeah, and then like I guess when you do it and they're laying down, like, who like do you want to insult? Do you start with your wife first or the other girl
you let
first?
her decide.
Dictate that. I think I would play any mini miny mo.
No, that's not good. Because for me, I'll be like, any mini, not the one that I've been fucking for the whole time. Mo.
It's terrible.
That's obviously Don't leave it up to chance.
Okay.
Let her decide. Yeah. Anyways, this is the grossest. I apologize for anybody for that.
Yeah,
we don't usually. We're not this dirty. We apologize for this.
Yeah.
But I hope you all manage to get threesomes. I mean, listen.
If that's what you want.
Exactly. And listen, if you're from Hamilton, there's nothing that will get anybody excited than to tell them, "Do you want to come back to my place in Hamilton?" Because I don't know if you know this. We're the third most expensive city in North America.
And if anybody makes fun of you for living in Hamilton, be like, bitch, you couldn't afford it.
Yes, exactly.
You couldn't afford it.
So if you're somebody that's trying to pick up a lady out there, or if you're a woman that's trying to get a devil threesome
maybe
going,
two guys,
whatever it is, tell them I live in Hamilton.
They'll respect it.
It's more expensive than LA and New York.
You'll see. They'll respect it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So please get your pussies wet. get your dick sweat. Just
Do
do it consensually, of course, and have fun.
Yeah, and just enjoy each other.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still not gonna have a threesome with Doug, but
No, we won't be enjoying ourselves with Doug.
no, we're just gonna do a God loving,
God wanted.
God missionary.
Just do not have sex with Doug.
Yeah,
That's what he wants for all of us.
We'll be enjoying heaven, and you guys enjoy your heathenistic lifestyle.
You know what I mean? Yeah, burn in hell.
All right. That's it for us, folks. Please follow us on all social medias. We're gonna end on that. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like this video. Tell your friends about it. Follow us on the social media.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should. And long live the Windsors.
Long live the Windsors.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I'm